I'm going to tell you right now how to grow your glutes just like I did, as you can see in the video on the bottom, and compare it to the one on the top in the black pants. Clearly I grew my glutes. It took about 6 to 8 months to grow my glutes. I trained with a master trainer for over 8 months. As you can see, he is walking in the background of the video right now. And I'm going to tell you right now for free, okay, for complete free, on how to grow your glutes. I know it. I can feel it. You're just like me, where you're scouring the internet. You're looking at hundreds of YouTube videos on how to grow your glutes. And there's a lot of information that's really good. There's a lot of information that is misinformation, and it's just confusing as hell. And I know that when we're up late at night, like, okay, how am I going to do this? Am I going to just get a surgery? What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to tell you for free right now. So all I ask is that you just hit the like button and subscribe. That's it. That's all. So I trained with a master trainer. As you can see, he's right here. And this is a full body workout. And there is some really good glute workouts that you'll see. And you'll see some really good upper body workouts. So number one, guys, especially if you're trying to snatch your waist, you have to work out your upper body. So for the women that are just really apprehensive about working out their upper body, well, you're actually missing out on some key components when it comes to giving the illusion of a shrunken waist and actually literally shrinking your waist, right? Like in circumference and inches, and actually burning belly fat. So as you can see, shoulder presses are really, really good. I mean, all you need is, you can either do it with dumbbells or some kettlebells. I really like the kettlebells. And it will get your arms really shredded, and you also have to engage your core, so then you're working out your stomach. These are really good for your outer thighs. And who would have thought that just a resistance band would do that? But I've seen a major difference in cellulite reduction from doing that exercise. So this is an upright row. And again, as you can see, the way that my hips are hinged, you're actually working out your lower body at the same time. So the way that I'm pulling this in, it's actually tightening up my back. And what happens is your lower back starts to get tighter, which actually brings in your waist. So this is a really good way to snatch your waist as well. And then it's also working out your quads. And then it's also working out your glutes because of the way that you're bending over the whole time. So again, we do supersets between the shoulder presses and then the upright rows. And just excuse me if I mess up on the names. I'm still learning the names, even though I've trained with a master trainer for 8 months. It's just, it is what it is. So, guys, yeah, just make sure that you are really breathing through these workouts. Like, even if you feel like you have to put the weights down, just try to do at least 2 or 3 more, and then maybe go down in size. But the biggest thing that I learned with training with the master trainer is that it really doesn't count if it's easy. It doesn't count if you aren't really struggling toward the end or looking cute. If you're able to still hold a conversation and look cute while you're lifting weights, you're not doing them correctly, you're not lifting heavy enough, and you're honestly just not checked in. So again, we did 3 rounds of everything. So I'm back to the sidestepping. And I look like Frankenstein, but I'm telling you, these work out your outer thighs. And depending on how tight the resistance band is, it will really, really get your outer thighs nice and tight. So that's a really good one. You can get the resistance band on Amazon. I have a whole list of things linked down below in my Amazon store if you want to just check out my Amazon store just for the list alone of the stuff that I use. But what I love about this journey is that you can build muscle inside the gym and outside the gym. If you have, if you invest in just a couple things, a couple sets of kettlebells, a couple sets of maybe some dumbbells and a resistance band, you can really do some serious body composition. I really love these single arm rows. Again, it actually does work out your glutes and your midsection, because you have to engage your core the whole time. And then this is what actually snatches your waist. So because you're pulling and you're really squeezing in the back of your back, when your back is tighter, it just makes everything in the front tighter. Like the muscle from the back pulls everything to the back, which I never knew that, never realized it. So that's a really good hack of when you see women doing like shoulder presses and things like that, and then they have these really nice backs, and then it looks like their waist is really small. This is because they're actually building their lats, I believe they're called. Again, you're more than welcome to correct me in the comments if I'm getting these names wrong, but yeah, this is a really, really good one. And again, I have actually felt these in my glutes, especially like this one, I believe. So it's my left arm, and then the way that I'm standing on my left leg, I actually would feel a burn toward the end in my left glute. So this one, guys, woo, okay. So sometimes he would have me do this next one, actually squatting, and I believe I do that actually later in the video, but this is a really good one. Again, engaging the core, breathing through it, pushing all the way through, and bringing it all the way down as far as you can, and then pushing it all the way up as far as you can. And slow and steady wins the race when it comes to weight training. A lot of women I'll see, you know, whether it's at the gym or, you know, an Instagram reel, and they're like moving really fast. Some Instagram reels are really, really good, but what I've learned with my trainer is that slow and steady with strength training. Now, HIIT cardio is different, but strength training, when it comes to strength training, slow and steady wins. Slow, steady, and heavy wins, right? So see, I'm starting to struggle. This is where the change actually starts to happen, okay? So you want to get through those last two. And if they're not, the last 2 or 3 aren't burning, then you're just really not doing anything. And I never realized that. I've worked out for my entire life, but my entire adult life, like going to the gym, I thought I knew what I was doing, and I really didn't. So again, if you're in the market to get a trainer, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll comment back with my trainer's information. But you can really watch this video and just implement what I'm saying and implement some of the workouts that I'm doing. And a lot of these workouts you've seen all over the internet, but what I've learned is that it's the consistency with the same workouts. It's not switching it up every single week, or I did this for 2 weeks, so now I'm going to do something else that I saw on Instagram for a week, and then now I'm going to do something else that I saw on TikTok for a week, and then it's the same damn workouts, okay? Like, I did this so many times, and then as it got easier, then he would actually put the weight. So before I was just doing the bar, and then he started to put the weight on. Just doing kettlebell swings is a really great full body workout. It's almost like a HIIT cardio workout at the same time. So this is a really good one for kind of a lot of things in one. So strength training, obviously it's working out your glute area. It's really getting the back. It's really get your back, your glutes, your quads, and your arms, right? So, and also it's working on your balance as well. I actually could have went a little lower, to be honest, on these. So that's another thing, is when you have a trainer, that's what you're really actually paying for, is someone to say, hey, you know, your back is too low, or tighten your stomach, or do this, do that. But if you just kind of practice those things on your own, like if you do a few workouts at the gym where you're like, okay, I'm just going to work on form and I'm not going to lift any weights, or maybe I'll just have 5-pounders, just do that for 2 or 3 weeks where you're just working on form, and then you can start to incorporate heavier weights. I would really suggest that. I always was like, okay, well, the heavier I lift, the sooner I do it, my butt's going to grow massively, and my arms are going to look shredded, and my back is going to look good, and my waist's going to be snatched. It's just, these things take time. Like, it just is what it is. Unless you go get a surgery and you like that look of how the surgery looks, then that's awesome. But if you're trying to go more of the athletic route, then it's just going to take time. And once I kind of just like realized that and just like accepted it, I just was like, you know what? I just have to be in love with the journey. And that line is so overly used. And I kind of want to explain what that means. Like, falling in love with the journey just specifically means don't be so fixated on the outcome. Like, on this day, it was sunny. I don't really like working out directly in the sun like that. I actually prefer to be in the, under a tree in the shade. But, you know, it's like it was a sunny day. I, you know, had a nice protein shake that was really tasty that day. And, you know, I was listening to some good music when I was working out. And I just was like looking at the beautiful trees and the palm trees and, you know, the families walking by, and just really breathing through each of these reps and just living in the moment. And I wasn't like, oh my God, I hope that by the end of today, my arms are going to be snatched, or by the end of today, my butt's going to be on my back. Like, that's what that means, like falling in love with the journey. So the last 8 months training with the master trainer, I realized that in order to get results that stick, that are solid, and if you don't do them, like if I didn't work out for 2 or 3 weeks, like I wouldn't look drastically different. And that's because you actually are embodied with what you've built, right? When you're strength training. So again, as you can see, I'm really pushing through. If you're not really struggling like that, you ain't doing nothing. I'm just going to be honest. That's just what it is. If you don't, if you're shy, if you're too embarrassed, if you're like, I don't want people seeing me struggling, go to a corner of the gym where no one sees you, or, invest in some of these training pieces of equipment and work out in your garage or your balcony or, in your room. Like you can figure this out and make it work. And, again, start small and then just go till you burn out. And then, go heavier as it starts to get easier. That's all I did for 8 months was same workouts over and over. The last 2 or 3 should burn. If it didn't burn, that just meant I needed to go harder. So it's really easy, actually, you guys. And I have an entire playlist it says training with master trainer. Okay, so go to my playlist here on YouTube and check that whole lineup out, and you'll see I actually have it in order. So the one at the top is the newest or the most recent workout, and then the one at the bottom is toward the first. So I actually have so much footage, and I'm actually in the middle of uploading all of it, but there's about 6 or 7 videos there now that you can check out, and you can just really see the consistency in the types of workouts I was doing, and that it was just progressive overload over time in the same workout. So I can't stress that enough. I think that we overcomplicate things. I was definitely one of them, just overcomplicating it. And really, to be honest, I didn't like pushing myself this hard. I didn't know how to, actually. I didn't like to, and I didn't know how to. And then after training with the master trainer, I'm like, okay, I actually see that if it's not burning, if I'm not making a weird face at the end, if I can barely, not breathe at the end, it's just not, my body's not really changing. So when you work out, really check in to the workout and put your favorite music on, have your workouts written out. That's another thing. Like, when you're paying for a trainer, all you have to do is show up, right? So in order to make it easier for yourself, write out your workout. So do some research, on a Sunday, put your podcast on, multitask and look up some YouTube videos just like this one, or just like all in my playlist, Training with the Master Trainer, and write down, 4 lower body workouts that look like you'd want to do them, and then do 3 upper body workouts, and then just stick with that for, 6 weeks straight, and just go heavier and heavier. Also, too, this is fantastic. I love battle ropes. Well, I don't love it while I'm doing it, but it really does work out. That's probably one of the best full body workouts you can do. As you can see, I'm in this squat, so I'm really working out my lower body, and then I'm engaging my core, and then I'm moving my arms in a really fast way with the ropes, and the ropes are heavy. So it's a really, really great full body workout. You can see I'm super winded, and it's hot outside, you guys. I was like, next time I better be under a tree because this is doing too much. But I also think it was really good too. My grandmother passed away about 1.5 years ago now, and I actually ended up meeting this trainer, and his business model is, working out outside. And I wasn't really into it, but I think I just needed it for my soul. It was nice to be out in the sun and just, look at the trees and hear the birds and, be next to nature and in nature, and just kind of like really living in the moment and breathing. So everything happens for a reason, but as you can see, this is a really good one for the glutes. Go as low as you can, and you're working out your arms at the same time because you're pushing up at the end. So this one is a big daddy. This is a big daddy workout. And if you are working out in nature, it does kind of make it go by a little faster because you just, are looking at the beautiful colors, and it can be a really nice experience. Again, that's a part of just falling in love with the process. And in this moment, I'm not like, oh my gosh, I hope my butt is humongous, Nicki Minaj level, by the end of the session. I'm just like, you know what? I have gratitude in this moment for the fact that my body can even do this, because I've definitely watched what the body does when it deteriorates up close when I was taking care of my grandmother, and it's you know, we all should just be blessed. If you have your body and your faculties and your physical abilities and you can breathe, be thankful. I'm telling you that. So again, this is good for upper body as well. I think it's not tricep, biceps. It's so funny because I actually danced for many years too, but we just didn't like need to know these terms. It was just like move your arm, move your leg. So again, you're welcome to make fun of me for like not knowing all these terms. I will learn. If you can recommend like a quick little guide for me that I can download or get on Amazon, like a book, let me know. But yeah. And then I would ask my trainer, I'd say, oh, what's this called? And to be honest, I'd be so in the moment that it would just go through one ear and out the other, especially because I was trying to concentrate and breathe. But yes, guys. So, again, you know, check out the playlist and you just, you know, see how I'm struggling at the end. It never looks clean and pretty at the end. I'm always struggling with one or two at the end. That's how it needs to look for you every single time. So make it count, make it work. You don't have to do a full hour. I mean, I'm only showing clips in this video, but you know, all my sessions were an hour and 15 minutes long. You do not have to train for an hour and 15 minutes long. Starting out, you could just do a 30-minute training session, 30-minute strength training session, and make it easy, make it something you can stick to for six weeks straight. And then the next week, the 7th week, maybe go heavier. And then the next week, maybe go heavier and add in, you know, one more workout where your workout may end up being 35 minutes long, and just kind of, again, progressive overload. Like, you don't want to do too much to your body, and you want to make it to where you know you're going to stick to it, right? So I only actually trained 2 times a week as well. So you can really do a lot of, like, as you can see in the video, and if you want to rewind and watch the very beginning again and just look at, like, and pause the video and see how much of a difference my glutes in growth my glutes were compared to the top video. So in the black pants, it was flat. In the gray pants, you know, I had some things, you know, I had some blessings, you know, coming through. So this is all I did. This is what I did to get that. And again, it was just progressive overload, the consistency, breathing through it, willing to go lower, willing to look not cute while I'm working out, willing to breathe hard, willing to have a weird looking face, you know, getting through these moments, willing to sweat. All of that is what, you know, got me my results. And so that's what I really want to stress to you as well. And that workout I just did is really good for your midsection as well. And so is this one. Now, I do want to stress, if you are trying to lose belly fat, just doing ab workouts alone is not going to help you lose belly fat. You're going to have to do HIIT cardio. So if you're struggling with belly fat, I do have an ebook guide. If that's something you're into, I do have an ebook guide. It's linked down below, so you could check that out. But yeah, guys, so just so you know, like things like the battle ropes, jumping jacks, burpees, run walking on the treadmill, that's how you're going to lose belly fat, because what you're doing is burning all over, like full body fat, which ends up getting your belly fat. So abs are great for building beautiful muscular abs under the fat, but then you have to get the fat off. So these are, and you want to try to do as many ab workouts just like where your lower body is coming up, as opposed to you doing crunches all the time. You get more bang for your buck when you do lower, like your legs coming from the ground and coming up. Ball slams is another great way to lose belly fat and also build your midsection too. And it builds your glutes. It really burns out your glutes. It's an amazing full body workout that will, I wish I have always done. So these are the things that I did. And again, if you're in the market for, you know, a trainer and you live in the greater LA area, let me know in the comments down below and I will respond back with my trainer's information. But if not, you don't need to be in the market. Okay. I just want to let you know that. I know women are constantly trying to lose weight. You found the right page. So make sure you definitely like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one for free information on how to build your body.